Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see unboxing of one more product. This is basically the Rode wireless Go 2 mic, and let's see what do we get. So this I have ordered from this company called I Am a Student because the product was not available on Amazon, and it was little expensive compared to other places, but at least they got it quickly delivered. So I think that is fine, and this is the time of a lockdown when many deliveries are not happening, so it was a good thing. So this is the packaging, and this is what we get out of it. This is just the bill and some thermocol. So this is essentially the packing of the product. Now let's see what do we get along with this. So as we open this, this is what we get in this. The first is this cable. This is just a TRS to TRS cable. Then we have a pouch, which I suppose you can use to keep these things in. This is just a nice pouch. Apart from that, there are a few other cables. This is a USB to USB-C cable, another USB to USB-C cable. So it's basically 3 USB to USB-C cable for charging 3 of these things. There are 3 of these dead cats that I have, one for each of them, and this is basically the receiver, and these two are the transmitters because they don't have any display on it, and this is the receiver, which basically has a display on it. So now to make them work, you basically just have to, if you see here, this is the mic where you can put the dead cat, and then this is where you can put another mic, lavalier mic if you have, and yeah, this is the power button. So if we turn it on, so this powers up, and if we turn this on, this also powers up, and we power up the third thing. So this also powers up, and you can see as both of them power up, they are receiving an audio signal here, and they are connected to each other. So for example, if I move this mic away and I start speaking in this, hello, hello, hello. Same way, if I move the other one away, I speak in this, hello, hello. So both of them are working. Now the next step is to basically connect them through the laptop and program them and do some settings. Some small settings you can do directly on this display, but you have to first set them up using the laptop. So I think that is the next step that we are going to do. And then we are going to do some tests, because normally I record in a Zoom H4n Pro. So we will see if we record sound directly using these versus if we record sound in H4n Pro, is there a difference, which is the preferred way. So let's see that in the next step. So then now we have to set up this Rode wireless Go 2. And to set it up, we need to download a software from Rode website. The software is called Rode Central. We go to rode.com. To set up these products, we need a software called Rode Central. So we go to rode.com and then click on the download menu, where we will see Rode Central as an option. So we click on it, and there is a Windows download and Mac download. I am using Mac, so I will click on Mac download. It asks for the email, so we can give the email and we click on download. So here is a zip file that gets downloaded. We open the zip file, and within the zip file there is an installer package, so we double click on it, some standard acceptance of certificate, and then ask for install. Now the software is installed, and now we can run it. Road Central. Now we have to set up all the devices. So first we will set up both the transmitters, and then we will set up the receiver. So what you need is a USB to USB cable. The cable that is given with the product actually is a USB A to USB C. Because I am using on Mac, I am using another cable which is both ends USB C. You could either use this or you have to use some converter to do it, but here I connect this, and it basically is telling me that there is a firmware upgrade. So I click on the update, and it is just going to update the software of this transmitter. So now if you see the latest firmware version is 1.6.0, so it's visible here. Now we take the second transmitter, and we will do the same thing with that, and I think that will also ask for the firmware to be updated. And now we do the same thing with the receiver. So we connect the receiver, and it will do update. So the update is done. Now let's do the settings for it. So the first thing is for the receiver, it's basically saying settings, backlight on or off, and then the mode it is asking for whether it is fine mode. Where if you set it to fine mode, you can set the gain onto the device in the increments of 3 dB, so which is a good idea. Now do you want a split or the merged one? We will first select the merged one, and then we will turn on the safety channel, and after that we can choose. If you are going to use only one device, only one transmitter, then you keep it in the merged mode. Otherwise you can keep it in the split mode, so that both the channels will come on separate tracks, and that would be better. And then we have to see what does the button do. Basically there is a backlight, there is a marker. So we will set it to marker, so that when we are doing recording, we can press that button and put a marker onto the device. So this is the setting for receiver. Now let's look at the settings for transmitter. So here is the first transmitter. There are no recordings available. Now the first thing is, do you want always record on or off? So we will basically set it to off. The benefit of setting it to off is that it will expect at least one transmitter to be connected. Then only it will record. So there is always, there is a backup, and there is a record. So right now we'll just leave it at backup. Then we have pad, it's a on or off. Right now we'll leave it as on. LEDs are bright. Again the button should do what? We will set it to marker. And when your transmitter gets disconnected from your receiver, if you want it to record a local copy of it, this is where you can choose it, whether you want to record a broadcast quality uncompressed or broadcast quality compressed. If you do a compressed recording, it is going to have a space for almost 43 hours. If you do uncompressed, then it will be around 7 hours. So for now we will leave it at compressed and we will see how does that work, and then we can change it. So this is basically our the transmitter setting. Now we will repeat the same settings for the next one. So it didn't kind of see it. So we keep this on backup, we keep the pad on, LEDs are bright, and this we will set to marker. We keep the broadcast quality as compressed, and that is our settings. So now we have set up both of these, and now let's try and see how does the sound quality work with this. Hello, I am recording directly on the Rode Wireless Go-To mic. Now that we have recorded this, let's record it using a lavalier mic. So we will use the lavalier mic into the receiver. I think it is all hidden below this. So now we connect it here. So this is our lavalier mic. Now I am recording using Rode Wireless Go-To using a lavalier mic. Now what I will do is I will connect the receiver into my Zoom to see whether that impacts the sound in any way. So this is where the audio out is, and we take it and we connect it into this port, and we just check hello, hello, hello. So I am receiving the right channel. So what I will do is, for this test I am going to connect both of these. I will turn on the other wall also so that I get the right channel as well. Hello. Yeah, now I am getting both the signals. Now let's record it. Now I am recording using Rode Wireless Go-To by sending the output to Zoom H4n Pro. Now what I will do is I will walk out with this Rode Wireless Go-To a single transmitter into a different room, and then see whether this gets recorded or I have to pull out a copy from this. So we'll check that. Hello, Rode Wireless Go-To transmitter from a far distance. Hello, now I am recording using Rode Wireless Go-To transmitter from a far distance. There is a well-known problem when you connect Rode Wireless Go-To with Zoom. Any Zoom product. I am using H4n Pro. So when you connect it to 3.5 mm jack, Apparently the Zoom 3.5 mm jack is not very well shielded, so you will be hearing a kind of a hum when you connect it using 3.5 mm jack. The solution to that is you basically don't use 3.5 mm jack, but use XLR cable and use a XLR adapter. And because the Rode is sending you 2 channels, you basically need a splitter cable which is called SC11 from Rode. Now just for comparison, right now I am recording using 3.5 mm connection, and you will be hearing a little bit of a hum in this sound. Now I will switch over to XLR cable and then let's hear the quality of that sound. Now I have switched over to XLR input, and this particular sound that you are hearing is actually coming through XLR input, and I think you will be able to see the difference very clearly. So if you plan on using the Rode Wireless Go 2 set of mics along with a recorder like Zoom, then you should be prepared to switching over to XLR inputs and not use the 3.5 mm input. So that's basically a known problem. I searched through YouTube and there are other people who have found the same problem. Right now I don't have the splitter cable, so I cannot do the test using 2 inputs, but this particular test is being just done with 1 input, and you can actually very clearly see that the sound quality is so much better. The background noise just goes away. So now let's test how these audios exist. So we will pull out the laptop again and connect the receiver and see whether everything got recorded in the receiver. And I am going to connect my audio back to the Zoom. Files have been, there is a lot of gap in these files. If we see here, it is only showing, this is where all the gaps are, and the second recording that I did essentially has a lot of gaps, and this will be the time when I walked away. So even if you have issues where you might wander around to a long distance, or you might not be in the line of sight and your receiver might not receive the audio, if you check out the option of storing it locally on the transmitter itself, you can always recover the audio, and the audio quality is not really too bad. It's pretty close to what you get anyway. So that way this product becomes a little bit more useful, because it might happen that you might get yourself separated from the transmitter, and the transmitter and receiver may go fall apart, or they may not be in the line of sight, because if they are not in the line of sight, it really doesn't work very well. So this new feature actually makes it more useful, and it's a pretty decent product. I will test out the issue related to 3.5 mm jack and the splitter cable using VXLR. Whenever I get that splitter cable, right now because of the lockdown, it's very difficult to get any supplies. So once I get it, I will test them, and if there is anything new, I will post another video. So with that, I think I will close out this video. That's about it. It looks like a decent product. If you are paying special attention to the audio of your vlogs, if you are directly recording into the camera, you can actually mount it on top of the camera in the adapter, the cold shoe adapter. So if you want to give that extra edge to your content, this might be a good product to invest in. Also, if you are planning to do a lot of interview kind of things, because this has 2 separate transmitters, you can actually share it with 2 people. And if you are planning to get into a scenario where there might be more than 2 people and you are already using something like Zoom H4n, you could have couple of people connected via this set and one person connected via a lavalier mic or something like that. So with that, I will close out this video. Keep safe, maintain the COVID protocols, and I will see you in another video in few days time. Bye bye.